I built an AI agent social media manager system that runs my entire content pipeline with a set of 17 skills. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up the entire whole system for yourself. And I'm going to walk you through 3 real projects where my agent handled everything. Let me just show you. So the first project I gave to my social media agent manager was, hey Claude, can you extract from this podcast, basically this podcast from Lex Fridman with the CEO of NVIDIA, can you extract 7 clips out of this video and please grab those clips, throw them to the clip extractor process. And then I told him, hey, can you schedule that across the 7 days of the week? And he posted all of those 7 clips across 3 platforms, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and TikTok. And this was basically the editing and the reframing to this 9:16 format. As you can see here, it added captions throughout the video. It is basically keeping the face centered, is doing transitions, is basically also bringing illustrations on some of the areas of the video. And all of that is been using the tools inside the AI Agent Social Media Manager system. Second project was just giving an article about NemoClaw. And I was like, hey Claude, can you do deep research on the article, grab my boy's DNA, and create 2 LinkedIn posts for me, one with 1 image visual, other one with a document carousel. And you know what he did? He basically did the exact same thing I asked for. And here we have the written post and also the 8 document carousel slides for this post. And for the other one, different type of content, as you can see here, and the image infographic. And for the third project, I just told Claude, hey Claude, can you make a long form video for me comparing Claude Code and OpenClaw? I want you to do deep research on the topic. I want you to create a long form video alongside the whole posting process that you need for YouTube, creating a thumbnail, description, tags, everything. And please, I want the video to be almost like 5 minutes. Please add voiceover, please add editing, please make it great. And that's exactly what he did. He posted the video through Zernio, the social media API that I love, that I'm using. Thumbnail, description, tags, thumbnail, description. And as you can see here, here's the entire video with voiceover, editing, everything. So in this video, I'm gonna go over with you how you can set up your own content ecosystem managed by your agents. In this video, I go over setting up the AI Agent Social Media Manager. This is kind of like version 1. And now we are on version 2. This clearly shows you that AI is evolving pretty fast. And you starting to implement these processes with AI agents is going to be the best thing that you can start doing right now. All right, so let me introduce myself. My name is Enrique, and for the last 2 years, I have been spending all of my time building agentic systems specifically for marketing and sales. I have helped multiple businesses this last 2 years, everything from private equity firms, M&A advisories, and agency owners and professionals that are looking for this type of solutions. And in this video, I'm going to show you the evolution of the AI Agent Social Media Manager system that I created a month ago, and now it has turned into this with all the help from you guys, the community, and the steps we're taking to make this something amazing. So just a reminder, if you haven't checked the AI Agent Social Media Manager video and you have no context about how it works, you can check that video out. But in this video, I'm going to probably cover pretty much everything that we did on the last video from this series and explain to you where are we moving forward, what set of new skills, tools, API endpoints have been added to the stack. And yeah, this is a basic, simple graph that I was trying to show to you guys so you guys could understand a bit more of how the system works and how it is developed currently. And by the way, I'm talking about this AI Agent Social Media Manager system that all of you have access for free inside GitHub, or if you like a more resourceful place to find it, you can access the IX Creators community that I will leave in the description. It's free. Inside the section free resources, you will find it here. This system consists of you as a creator alongside your coding agent that is trained with 16 specialized skills for content creation, content development, alongside a set of 2 specific tools that we have here, that is Remotion and the Clip Extractor open source tool that we added to the system. And then we have some of the external providers, external bridges, I call them bridges, like Key.ai and Zernio, before known as Late. As you guys know, this is the platform that I share in the AI Agent Social Media Manager video, the first version. Now it has turned into Zernio. This is my favorite social media API that allows me to post to any platform out there, social media platform, and that allows me also to pull analytics, do social media DMing, and all of that stuff. This is the bridge that allows my agent to handle the distribution and the connection of these endpoints to post on these different social platforms. And now Key.ai is basically the provider that allows us to create AI generated content, either images created with Nano Banana Pro or video generation with BO 3.1 or Kling. This is the main API that supports us with visual generation. And as you all probably know, you know what a skill is. This is basically a set of processes made by someone, in this case, me, and the community around me that are pushing things to the system, that explain clearly a set of processes, instructions, and actions to take. So for example, we do have dedicated skills for visual creation, distribution, video pipeline, and utility. So with that being said, let's get started setting up the system. All right, so I'm gonna go over first installing the Agent Social Media Manager system. And here we are inside VS Code. VS Code is the developer platform that we're using. Currently, we're outside a project. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically install the Claude Code extension, or you can run Claude Code on the terminal or your preferred coding agent. But in the case you don't have VS Code, you can just download that on your computer, either Mac or Windows, that works. So what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna go on the sidebar on the left. I'm gonna go into extensions and I'm gonna search for Claude Code for VS Code extension. I'm gonna install it. I'm gonna make sure auto updates is turned on, and I'm gonna check if bypass permissions is on, and I'm gonna basically save. And this exactly is gonna open this little GUI. This is basically the regular chat interface that you have with Claude, and it is gonna ask you for one thing: connecting your Anthropic account. So make sure you have your Pro or Max plan in place inside your Anthropic account, and just click connect and you'll be all good to go. Very simple process. So like I mentioned already, we are outside any project. We don't have a specific workspace folder dedicated for this system. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna head into the AI Agent Social Media Manager repo. So I'm gonna copy this URL so I can be able to clone this system on a new project for myself. I'm gonna give the link to Claude. I'm gonna turn on bypass permissions. And I'm gonna say, hey Claude, can you help me clone this repo inside another project on my computer named IX Social Media Manager Demo, please. You can put any name that you want. What Claude is gonna do is gonna create you the folder on what Claude is gonna do is gonna create the folder on your computer, and then is gonna open a new project inside VS Code. So we're gonna submit. So Claude finished cloning the repo, and then he's gonna open the project for me. All right, so we encounter ourselves inside the project already, and here we have a quick preview of what's inside the system. We have a set of different folders. We have the Claude.md file outside and the README file. Also, I did open a Claude Code session already because what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna tell Claude, hey Claude, can you follow the README file for the system and guide me through the whole onboarding process so I can set up this system for myself and start using it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So if you don't see Claude extension here, you can open your terminal, or you can go back into extensions, install Claude Code for this project, and you'll be all good to go. So I'm gonna copy the path from the README file, and I'm gonna say, hey Claude, can you help me just guide me through the whole onboarding process so I can get this system ready and all good to go? Thanks. I'm gonna set bypass permissions and I'm gonna submit. You can also tell Claude, hey Claude, can you give me all the details from the repo, and he will give you clarity about everything. Or you can also read the README file here inside the repo itself. You will see the set of skills, the setup tools, and everything. All right, so he gives me a clear understanding of the status that he's on right now, and then a couple of dependencies that he needs to install, and the set of API keys that are needed to give from my proper accounts on these platforms, Zernio and Key.ai. And then he specifies when you have your Zernio account, cool, you can now connect your social medias through Zernio, and you can be ready to just talk to me naturally with a set of instructions like post this to Twitter and LinkedIn, create a YouTube thumbnail for my video, check my analytics, extract clips from this video, blah, 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 blah. So he's telling me, where would you like to start? So I'm just going to say, yes, make sure you have all the dependencies in place. In the meantime, I'm going to access the platforms that I need to give you access to with my APIs. And I'm going to follow the connection of my social medias inside Zernio. And I'm going to also access Key.ai. I'm going to put like $5 in it, and I'm going to give all the APIs to you. So we will be all ready to go. So I'm going to submit this. Boom. And I'm going to go over the APIs that we do need. Starting with Zernio, my favorite social media API that makes my life super, super easy, and the whole setup of the system super incredible. Not only because of their documentation that is fucking phenomenal, and how they prioritize their connection with AI agents. Like if I click on API reference, it would install for me like a whole YAML file with the entire endpoints and documentation for easy reference to my agents. But the other thing is also the pricing. Like you can start right now for free with 2 social sets and a limit of 20 posts per month. And easily you can build yourself up to the different tiers, including add-ons like analytics from all of your posts across every single social platform, and also social media DMs. I mean, in my opinion, it is the dream API that I have in my hands now. I have been using Zernio for all of my content production this last month and a half since the version 1 of the AI Agent Social Media Manager, and it has been incredible. Probably my next videos, I'm excited to share more about how we connect Zernio social media DMing alongside our AI Agent Social Media Manager. I think that's going to be a cool video and a cool use case that I can share with you guys. So if you guys want to see something like that, just let me know in the comments. Well, first of all, you need to have your Zernio account, please. You can start for free, or you can pay the tier that I just showed you. And we need to create our API key. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on create key. I'm going to put a name, demo video. I'm going to create the key. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it on the chat with Claude. I know the best approach will be placing it inside the environmental file. That's fine. Now what I need to do is I need to go into connections. I need to make sure I have a profile already created. It's super easy. You just need to put your name, description, and your own color. And this counts as a social set. So with the free tier, you can have 2 social sets included. So in this social set, this is mine, Enrique Mark. I have my Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and Threads connected. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy my profile ID, and I'm going to give it to Claude also. All right, so now we're going to go over the other platform that is Key.ai. This is basically an all-in-one AI API for video, image, and music generation. So it has all the endpoints that we like to use from the latest models like Nano Banana Pro for image generation, or BO API or Wing. So make sure you have an account in place. Make sure you have some money in it, $5 worth of credits, or even go up to $50, whatever you want. Just make sure you have credits. After that, make sure you go to API key section and create an API key for yourself. So I'm going to use this API key. I'm going to copy the key, and I'm going to give it back to Claude. But before we do that, we can see that Claude just finished installing all the dependencies, Node.js, NPM packages, all the dependencies required for the clip extractor system, FFmpeg, Python, and then he created the environmental file, or well, he's going to create that for me. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste my API keys from the platforms we went through. All right, so it seems that I'm all good to go. I'm fully set up. Node.js, NPM packages, Python, FFmpeg, Zernio configure properly, key.ai configure properly, git ignore protects my keys. And it created its own environmental file properly. So we're good to go now. Boom. All right, so before I go over the 3 main projects that we are giving to our AI agent social media manager to prove that he's capable of doing whatever he wants with the system that we currently have, I'm going to show you the best principles to get the most out of your social media agent manager when you install the system and plug it in for yourself. So first of all, I want to say that I always use commands at the start of the session and at the end of the session. That's why I have the /continue command, /continue. What this /continue command is going to do is going to basically load the Claude.md file. It's going to basically check if we have all the requirements to use the system. And then it's going to actually next check what sessions have we done already and gather the context of those sessions. And then when I finish my sessions with my social media agent, I just say /done. What this is going to do is going to basically trigger the whole documentation of your session. So the next time you start a new session with the /continue, Claude is going to load all the context and you're going to be good to go and continue with a fresh memory. Another skill that is super necessary for you to take action on is setting up properly with your own voice and style, the voice DNA skill. This skill contains information about myself, how I create content, a little bit more about my identity, a little bit more of how I talk, how I open my videos, what words do I use, what words do I not use. And this skill actually helps Claude to bring more of your tone, style, authentic voice when your agent is taking total control of writing your posts, script writing for you, or even creating videos for your platform. So those are the 2 main pieces of awareness that I wanted to give you before you start using your system. You know me, I'm all about stress testing, and this first project that we gave to Claude, our AI agent social media manager, was kind of insane, honestly. So I'm gonna start with just giving you a quick overview of I wish I had the prompt, but it went through a long string that I'm not able to give you the prompt that I gave to Claude initially. But I can show you what steps he went through, right? I gave him the podcast that I wanted to extract clips from. Now, the whole premise of this was, okay, I have this long form podcast. I want to get the best 7 clips out of it. So you can schedule the 7 clips through the 7 days of the week. So from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through Sunday. Okay? Make sure you go through the entire clip extractor pipeline. He already has context of that. If you use those /continue, he will load the entire Claude.md file for you. And he basically took action on all of these steps. He downloaded this podcast from Jensen, NVIDIA CEO, inside the Lex Fridman podcast. Really cool dude. He downloaded the video, the YouTube video. He extracted the transcript. He grabbed the best 7 clips. He extracted and reframed the clips. He created the platform-specific content packages for each of the clips. He scheduled the clips across 7-day weekly calendar, and he posts all of the 7 clips to show my social media platforms. So if we go all the way down, it's crazy. We can see that he completed the pipeline. He ran all of this stuff. He basically scheduled all of these clips through my weekly calendar starting from Thursday, because today is Wednesday. And he posted them to my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So if I check Zernio dashboard, you will be able to see that all the clips got scheduled. Let's take a look at them, okay? So you will not hear the audio, but you can see here that he edited the clips. He basically cropped to 9:16 format, and he's following the face exactly how it is supposed to be done. So if I show you here inside Remotion, because this is the platform that we're using for the editing and just placing of the clip, we use FFmpeg, MediaPipe for the reframing and the other process. I'm not gonna go into that. You can check a video on my channel that I dedicated fully on that section of the clip extractor pipeline. But as we can see here, he's basically editing the clip, adding cool stuff, cool illustrations in it, is adding the captions based on what Jensen is saying. And it was just not one clip. He basically did 7 clips, fully edited properly, captions added, editing happened, sound effects, I can hear the sound effects, and music behind. And he was able to post all of those clips through my weekly calendar on 3 different social medias. So if you multiply 7 by 3, those are 21 posts done by my AI agent social media manager. Super cool. All right, so in the second project, I gave to my agent the whole website, the whole article of the release of NemoClaw. Okay, this is basically the released from NVIDIA about this more secure way layer to place on your OpenClaw agent. I was like, all right, Claude, can you do deep research on this article, NemoClaw, and make sure you give me 2 different posts that I can do on my LinkedIn with 2 different creatives. The first one is just one single image, regular image, basically showing more as the infographic explanation of NemoClaw. And then the second is going to be a set of document carousels that bring more of the explanation about what NemoClaw is in a very well informative way. And the third one, it was just random. I told him, hey, can you create a thumbnail also for a possible video that I could execute on YouTube? And then he went through the entire process. He basically scraped and did research on the link I gave him. And then he created the LinkedIn infographic, LinkedIn document carousel, and the YouTube thumbnail for NemoClaw using the proper skills. And if we go all the way down here, I specified to Claude, hey, can you load also my boys DNA? So you make a post with my style, my tone, and yeah, he did that. He basically grabbed the context from the boys DNA skill and he uploaded that to my Zernio dashboard as LinkedIn drafts. So let's take a look at it. All right, so if we take a look here inside Zernio, we will see that we have as drafts 2 posts. The first one, everyone's talking about AI agents right now. Let me just open this one here. Everyone's talking about AI agents now. Nobody's talking about why most of them will never make it to production. And then he added all of the images here for the image carousel. This is the one. I will show the carousel in a bit. And then we go into the other one that is basically the infographic one. We can see a different type of content for the post and the image here properly placed. Now, here are the document carousel images that he used for one of the LinkedIn posts. And this is one of the infographic image that he created. He went straight into using HTML for the infographic. So he didn't even trigger Nano Banana Pro. He didn't even trigger the image generation endpoint with AI. I mean, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good in my opinion. Honestly, this is considered AI slop. But who cares? You're going to still be iterating. You're still going to be improving. So at the end of the day, you need to improve the way you give context to your agent, improve the set of skills you have to align accordingly to what you need, and just do more. That's it. That's all you need. And the third project I have here, it's kind of crazy also. So I told my social media agent that I wanted to make a long form video, right? Comparing Claude Code and OpenClaw. I want you to do deep research on the topic and I want you to create a long form video alongside the whole uploading to my YouTube with a thumbnail. So I just want the video and I want you to edit the video for me, add voiceover, and I want it to be 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes. Can you do that for me, please? And then he started executing. web search, writing a compelling 5-minute video script, generating the voiceover, creating the visual, assembling the video from audio, adding the visuals using FFmpeg, and creating the thumbnail at the end, and then posting the video to my YouTube. And at the end, I can see here that I have my video published successfully with the thumbnail this time. And if I take a look, Claude Code versus OpenClaw, and there's a voiceover. Maybe I can share the sound. I mean, it's kind of like AI slop, but this was just one single prompt and it was able to do all of this for me. It reached the 5 minutes that I told him as a requirement. It created the thumbnail, description, timestamps. It's using my descriptions, but that's fine. Timestamps, and yeah. If you're wondering, this is the thumbnail he used. Claude Code versus OpenClaw. I mean, this is pretty great. All right, so we just got at the end of the video. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you really like this video. I will leave access in the description for the IX Creator community. And if you want to check out some of our products that we are developing here at InfiniteX, please feel free to navigate into the product section. And also, if you're more interested into understanding more about how you can become a creator and be part of this collective that we're building together, check out this other channel, Become a Creator. This community is for builders creating autonomous systems, product leaders exploring AI operations, and business owners who are ready to deploy autonomous agents into their business. This is all about collective intelligence and supporting you to create more than you consume. I mean, this video was very possible to make because of how amazing this community is and how all of them provide their zone of genius in any form of way. All right, people, nothing else to say. Thank you so much for staying at this point of the video. See you guys in the next one. Ciao, ciao.